Hi Musica Franklin kids, Mr. M here. So glad that you're watching this video today. Today we're going to be talking about how to put the fingers on the fingerboard. And we're going to go step by step, so make sure your volume is all the way up so you can hear clearly, and we'll get started right away. So if you watched the other Musica Franklin YouTube videos, I go step by step on how to hold the violin and how to have good posture. Today we're going to be focusing on how to put the fingers on the fingerboard. So if you watched the holding violin video, I encourage you to go back to that video. I'll leave a link in the description below to get a refresher on. So first things first, let's make sure our violin is in playing position. That's number one. Strong stomach, soft shoulders. Let the violin sit on our shoulder. And we want to make sure that our violin is sitting on our shoulder and our left hand is holding the neck of the violin so we can move it up and down. And most importantly, when we're holding the violin with the left hand, we're using our finger shelf, our knuckle right over here, which is the first knuckle on this hand. So as we go into playing position, make sure your hand is nice and round, nice curvy fingers, as you can see right here. The neck is sitting on top of the finger shelf, and make sure you also have a straight wrist. That is also really important for this exercise. So as you put the fingers down on the fingerboard, we want to make sure that we're touching the fingers slightly and putting a little bit of weight on the string. And pay attention that I did not use the word press. We don't want to press anything. If we press, then there's tension. And tension means, like, for example, if you put your fist and you squeeze it, that's tension. We don't want any of that tension. So as you place a finger on the fingerboard, you also want to make sure that these fingers are in the shape of a box. And what we call this are finger boxes. Finger boxes are a way for us to have nice, strong fingers when we place the fingers on the fingerboard. So what does that look like from a bird's eye angle? It looks like this. And notice how I'm using the weight of my fingers to put down the finger onto the string. So now that we have a more or less good idea on how to put the fingers down on the fingerboard, let's try using the bow to create some sounds out of it. Oh, and one more tip. Make sure you're not using the very, very tip of the finger as if you're about to touch the fingernail, because that will hurt. I like to say that use a combination of fingertip and finger pad. So this is the fingertip right here and the finger pad, which is right over here. And we want to make sure we're kind of in the middle to give us a nice pillow cushion type feeling. So we're gonna go and practice open A string, first finger. That's all we're gonna try doing right now. And we're gonna use the rhythm taccatina stop stop. So here we go. Now place the first finger softly on the A string, and then let go of the first finger. Now, as you put fingers down on the fingerboard, be sure to have all the other fingers hovering over the fingerboard, as if it's like a spaceship about to land on planet Earth. So we'll do one more time, taccatina stop stop, and then the first finger. So now we're gonna approach the second finger. The first finger can be held down, and we can softly put the second finger down. We'll go back to one. Then second finger again. And as we go to the third finger, we'll have all three fingers down on the A string. And then we'll go back down. So those are the basic tools that you need to put the fingers down on the fingerboard. I'll also leave a link down in the description below to help you with A major scale, because that's essentially what we're learning how to do. We're gonna start on A major on the A string, and we're gonna go all the way up to the third finger on E, but that's in the video below. So let's review. Step 1, make sure your violin is in playing position. Step 2, make sure your violin is on your shoulder really softly. Step 3, see if you can hold the violin with your finger shelf, with your violin shelf. Step 4, make sure you have a straight wrist as you keep the violin up on your shoulder. And step 5, which is the most important step, make sure that all your fingers are touching the string softly, but also making sure that you're not pressing. Don't squeeze, don't press. We want to use the word weight. Make sure the natural weight of the finger is going down on the string. Now, here's a bonus tip. You might come across a sound like this. If we're doing toccatina and we're doing the first finger on A, and then if you hear that kind of icy sound, that very cold, frigid sound, that means your first finger is not entirely on the fingerboard just yet. So you'll have to keep more weight on the finger. So it'll sound something like this. Thanks so much for watching this Musica Franklin violin tutorial. If you liked what you saw, please make sure to subscribe to the Musica Franklin violin how-to videos. And I'm also going to leave videos right here and right here for you to watch and explore. See you next time.